3 rounds of discussion with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from a Zoom call in Columbia, South Carolina, Matthew, aka the Unbreakable Spirit. And his opponent from a Zoom call in Atlanta, Georgia, Daniel, aka the Executioner. Take it away, Matthew.
Thank you, Jesse, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, people. Welcome to episode number, I think this
33.
is... Thank you. Episode
You're welcome.
33.
Jesus.
My God. Of Add-ons with the Unbreakable Spirit.
And the Executioner, Daniel Travis.
Not one intro, people.
Haha.
Anyways, I am the Unbreakable Spirit. You just heard the Executioner do his
Yeah.
normal thing and interrupt me.
Uh-huh.
And before we get into what our actual topics are, I just want to say one thing about the recent rumor that's been going around starting really today, as of this recording, that Sasha Banks has been released by WWE. I don't believe it, since WWE confirmed it yet. And that's
My
opinion on it.
my quick thoughts on it is, well, it would be very interesting if WWE actually did it. I don't really think WWE would actually do that, considering how big of a name that is for WWE.
Yeah, misinterpreting this as fact, like, oh, just because someone who had a said it, it must be true. People
Yeah.
mind.
Thing before we move on is another reason I don't think WWE would release her. A, how big her name is, and B, I don't think WWE wants to release one of their superstars whose cousin is the fucking DOGG.
If, and I cannot stress that word, Sasha Banks was released, Naomi should also be cut, and not just because she married into the Anoa'i Samoan wrestling dynasty.
Anyway, we're moving on. No one cares. We're moving on.
Let's run through our actual topics for this week.
Yes. Topic 1.
Topic number 1 is as of this recording, this Friday, the Undisputed Universal Championship is being defended on a regular episode of SmackDown.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Number 2.
Elias is apparently going to be on Raw this coming Monday.
How? What? Who? What? When?
We're going to speculate about that in topic 2.
The first time in this podcast history, we are covering
Yes, for the first time in the history of this podcast, for the first time in 33 episodes, we finally have an Impact Wrestling news story that's worthy talking about.
Yes.
And it's the potential of Paige. That's why I said potential. The bid for Paige to work for Impact Wrestling. This is the first time on our podcast we will be talking about Impact.
Ever.
Because if you look at the news stories, a majority of the time it's a
Yeah.
picture of one of their knockouts
Yeah.
dressing skimpily in a photo.
Yeah, no one cares.
But anyways,
No one.
let's hop into topic number 1. Take it away, comrade.
Okay. The WWE Universal Championship being defended on a regular episode of SmackDown. What the hell? Why? Just why?
Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Okay, because think about this for a second. The first time the Unified Tag Team Championship happened on a regular ass episode of SmackDown. The first title defense of the Unified Tag Team titles happened on a regular episode of SmackDown. The first time Roman Reigns is defending his championship since WrestleMania is on a regular episode of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, like, legit, I mean, because rating boost, whatever, but it's just, is Matt Riddle gonna, because the storyline is Riddle is doing this because he wants revenge against Roman, and I've heard that Randy might be out for the rest, storyline wise or legitimately for the rest of the year. I don't know if that's legit.
He's injured, right?
Well, injured. That's not really been confirmed by WWE, but it could just be, hey, the man just wants a break.
Mon frere. Ringside News is reporting Randy Orton could miss out the rest of 2022 with injury.
Oh, so it's not like, hey, Randy Orton asked for some time off.
Yeah, he's been out of action with a back injury.
Oh. I thought it was just storyline.
Yeah, the article is literally Ringside News.
Okay, whatever. But, do I think Riddle is going to win the Undisputed Universal Championship? Fuck no.
Yeah.
No.
That's that. A joke is Riddle actually being able to beat the Tribal without the help of Money in the Bank.
I mean, because honestly, do you have the timer, by the way?
Yes, we currently have 4 minutes, 5 seconds left.
Okay, just making sure. But my honest thoughts on this is Riddle is definitely gonna put fight because Riddle is a, don't get me wrong, Riddle is a wrestler. I don't think Riddle's gonna win because if WWE wants to build up Roman Reigns versus The Rock,
if that's happening, like, I know everyone wants it to happen, but wasn't like WrestleMania like The Rock
29? Oh yeah.
I'm just yeah. Where he lost the WWE title to John Cena.
And got injured and literally finished the rest of the match. Yeah, The Rock did that.
Did he? Match?
I think so, but my honest thoughts are is
Okay.
Yeah, and anyway, off topic, but my thoughts on this is that Riddle, he's gonna put up a hell of a fight, but I honestly don't think, because Roman Reigns, honestly, he could win without the Usos' help, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say this now that the Riddle, not winning is, there's an old saying, an angry fighter is a sloppy fighter. And Riddle has been a very angry man as of late.
Yeah, and I know you want revenge against Randy, and I know Roman Reigns hasn't competed at all.
Randy.
for Randy, but I know Roman Reigns hasn't competed at all since Mania, but Roman Reigns doesn't give a. He could just be like, bruh, I'm gonna like we all know it's gonna be a hell of a match. That's obvious.
Yeah, we're not doubting that. We're just doubting Riddle's capability to win said match.
And also, because this is a legit thing, is that like I'm gonna ask this question.
Unless he wins like via countout or disqualification, thus Roman retains the title.
Yeah.
But Riddle would still be able to challenge.
Yeah. But my honest thoughts on this is that having Roman Reigns' first ever title defense on SmackDown doesn't make the Undisputed Universal Championship seem more or less important, since its first title defense is on a random ass episode of SmackDown.
It makes it seem like illegitimate when you think about it.
Oh yeah, why do you say that, bro?
Because when you think about it, a title that is this big, the Undisputed Universal Championship,
yeah,
which is a combination of two titles on SmackDown, somehow, despite it being on the larger network, it makes the championship feel less important, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, considering that the Usos had their first title defense on a regular ass episode of SmackDown, which was completely random. Okay,
Yeah.
it wasn't okay. Well,
But
oh yeah, but Mama,
just went up, so let's wrap this up with our final thoughts.
you go first. What are yours?
My final thoughts are, honestly, I think they should have waited title defense to be at SummerSlam. And you?
My thoughts is it very much makes the Undisputed Universal Championship seem very less important, and I don't doubt that Riddle is going to put in a hell of a performance, but if Riddle wins, I would honestly be surprised, but I know that there's no chance in hell that he is going to dethrone a man that has been dominating this entire year.
Isn't like September the 2-year mark for
August 30th.
Okay, August 30th will be the 2-year mark.
The 2-year mark of Roman Reigns being Universal Champion.
Yeah.
Which is just impressive. But yeah, those are my thoughts. We'll be back with topic 2.
Yeah. And we're back with topic 2. All right, so Elias is apparently returning to Monday Night Raw.
What?
Yeah. Basically, in a nutshell.
What?
Stone Cold's catchphrase is our thoughts. Anyways.
What are your thoughts?
Now we've crapped on Ezekiel a lot, admittedly.
Yeah.
We are 100% guilty of that, blah, blah, blah.
We don't care.
Yeah. We all know he's really Elias, just with his beard shaved. I don't think we're going to see Elias actually in person.
I mean, unless you get like Damien Sandow to be Elias or something.
I don't think he's under contract with WWE anymore.
I mean, you could just rehire him to do that, or I mean,
yeah, for like one appearance. No, thank you. Besides, everyone would be chanting Damien Sandow, and his voice is completely different.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think we're gonna see Elias on the Titantron or something like that. Like maybe they've had this footage for a few months before Elias shaved his beard and got cut, and they were just waiting for the right time to use it.
My thoughts on this are, I will admit I am intrigued to see how WWE is going to pull this off, but I also think that it is really, really weird that you are having the same say that, oh yeah, Elias is returning when everyone clearly can tell that Ezekiel is Elias.
Except for the commentators, because they're paid to pretend to not notice.
Except for Corey.
Yeah.
Because Corey's the only comment.
Yeah.
Because that's the funny thing, is that when Elias, and I know we haven't even mentioned this, but when Elias debuted, Corey Graves was the first person to realize that.
Yeah, it was weird. He just walked across. He was still in his drifter at the time, and he just literally walked behind them, walked across the stage, and through the crowd. That was how Elias debuted on the main roster.
No, he came in. He came in on the stage. He walked it through the ribbon with Kevin Owens was in the ring.
No, you're talking about Ezekiel.
Oh, right.
Elias, literally, he walked through the crowd in his debut.
Yeah. Even though both of it,
even though they're the same person, they debuted two different ways.
I mean, because my honest thoughts on this, I hate the shit on this character even more, but it's just how does WWE expect to trick everyone that, oh yes, Ezekiel is not Elias, but we all know Ezekiel is Elias?
Yeah, if WWE had him have the story that he was Elias's twin brother, I would have gone along with it.
But, yeah, to tell you guys the truth here, once I saw that Ezekiel on the screen, I was like, wait, who the hell? And then
is Ezekiel Jackson returning?
I remember that. And then I remember just wait a minute. That's Elias.
Yeah.
Without a beard. Because let me get this straight.
Fresh cut.
I mean, let me get this straight, WWE. You said you had no creative plans for Elias, but
you said you didn't want him to return to to television, and then you have him return to television under a different gimmick with a stubble and a...
Yeah. I mean, my honest thoughts are I to be honest, I will say that Ezekiel is definitely a better wrestler than his brother. That he will admit.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, you just said his brother. Don't you mean his other character?
Whatever. Oh, right. Because, I hate to be the guy that's, you know what, I know I don't really want to say this, but I'm going to anyway, but, sometimes Ezekiel, how they're going to do this even how they do it, even I'm no matter how they do it, I know it's just, I'm not gonna believe a damn thing of it. To be honest.
Yeah. And like,
My,
I know there's that photo on Instagram of Ezekiel and Elias. The executioner has told me in the past he believes it's photoshopped. And also, like, you can just, they're not on social media that Ezekiel is Elias, considering the bio says, my brother isn't here anymore, so I'm taking over his Instagram.
so I mean, shit. If they went with more like a tragic backstory, like I don't
It's like,
know.
dude, all Elias did was break his guitar and walk off into a forest.
Yeah,
Like, are we saying Elias is lost in the woods or something?
I mean, like, if you guys said that Elias was dead and Kevin Owens killed him and you wanted revenge for that, I would actually
Okay,
believe that.
I don't think that's PG, dude.
Eh, I don't really give a shit.
But I won't rule it out because this is WWE, and sometimes their logic makes zero sense.
And going with the storyline that makes, and going with the dark storyline that makes zero sense is totally W.
I mean, yeah, in the Attitude Era, they tried to have Stephanie get married to The Undertaker.
Yeah, all right. Those are our thoughts. We'll definitely come back to this shit.
Yeah, the Ezekiel is Elias thing is,
Never gonna
while
die.
we're not explicitly calling it a greenhouse topic, it's definitely a greenhouse topic.
Yeah, all right. We'll be back with
Our
the
final
third
topic after this.
Hello, everybody, and we are back with the third and final topic for the first time. Like we said, mentioned, and we're gonna continue mentioning it. The first Impact Wrestling news, which is Paige possibly working for Impact Wrestling, considering next month, July 7th, her contract, WWE and are parting ways because apparently WWE doesn't want her to resign. Apparently.
Yeah, WWE did not want to re-sign Paige is a sentence I never thought we would utter on this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, my honest thoughts are like, great if Paige decides to work for Impact Wrestling. Like, I mean, admittedly, it's not really a company that a lot of people watch, but I mean,
And it's not really like Paige wants to work there. Gail Kim wants her to work there.
like, hell, I'm more of curious on if she worked for Impact Wrestling on would she be a wrestler or would she be a manager or would she be some sort of authority figure?
I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she was like a valet or something. Okay, I found the quote from Gail Kim, if you're okay with me reading it.
Yeah.
Gail Kim said, and I quote, I admire everything that he's done for women's wrestling. She also came up kind of in that period where maybe it was so powerful what it is now. Women's wrestling is probably at its best right now with the main event pay-per-view shows and irregular things that happen. So, Paige was a part of that process. I have nothing but respect for her in and outside of the ring. And hey, if she wants to come to Impact Wrestling, I feel like the door is open, so come on over.
Hmm.
But the question is Paige interested? We all know Paige had to retire because she had a bad neck.
Well, okay. It was more of it was more of she was competing at a live event and she took a bad bump or something.
Yeah, which caused her to have problems with her neck.
Yeah. I mean, my honest thoughts on this, like, if Paige wants to work for Impact, great, but I mean, I mean, if I were her, I'd just do it depending on what creatively the Impact Wrestling's got planned.
Yeah, and like
And for the
if
right
there
money, of course.
and there's like no proof that Paige is even considering this. Considering there's no collaborating evidence that Paige is getting back into ring shape.
Yeah. Fair.
And honestly, I'm surprised Impact would be interested with her with that scandal that released
What
a
scandal?
few years ago, like where her. We've never covered this on the podcast because it's old news, but where her sex tapes were released.
Oh, yeah. That.
You completely forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, the only time I remember that is when the Usos mentioned it on a rap battle.
Yeah.
The good old days on television were.
Yeah, but like but my question is actually, if Paige were to return to wrestling, would you want to see her in Impact Wrestling or AEW?
I mean, honestly, I think AEW has. Um, I honestly think she should go to Impact because wrestling kind of needs a big name, to be honest. And I think if she went to AEW, since AEW has two big, I mean, hey, if she goes to AEW, I mean, she'd be fine either way. But if she went to AEW, she has a lot more of new talent to go up against.
Yeah. And honestly, like, since Impact Wrestling lost Tessa Blanchard, like, the only big names they have, I feel like, are Mickey James, Deonna Purrazzo, and that's about it. I mean, yeah, they had Jesse McKay and Cassie Lee, but they're taking a break from wrestling. I guess Chelsea Green is one, but I honestly don't even remember what she. I don't even remember. I haven't seen her in a few weeks on Impact. But
Yeah.
anyways,
My final thoughts are this: hey, if she goes to Impact Wrestling or she goes to AEW, that's great and all. But I just hope that she goes to where it actually has, I feel has a lot of creative freedom and hopefully doesn't get lost in the shuffle.
yeah. Hope it goes to Impact. That's great. Good luck. It's not doing too well, and if she does go to Impact, the next time she'll be in on Ringside News, it'll be about some sexy photo she put on social media. But if she goes to AEW, think of some of the dream matches we could have.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want her to try to dethrone Jay Cargill?
I mean, a woman who is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be one heck of a rivalry.
Yeah, but those are our
But
thoughts.
anyways, you guys probably heard the timer go off, and that that's the end of the
Episode.
podcast.
Bye.
Roll that outro. Thank you for listening to At Odds, hosted by the Unbreakable Spirit,
And the Executioner.
edited by the Unbreakable Spirit. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MTS_life_0126.
You can follow me on Instagram at DanTravis21, and you can also follow me on the Twitter at DanTheExecutioner21.
And you can follow the podcast at Odds Podcast. We'll be back next week with more debates and discussions. But until then, the Executioner and the Unbreakable Spirit will still be at odds.
Thank you, losers.